Ah!
Yeah, I was going to talk about your new musical project while we're here as well. So you're working with someone that's worked with you on Incubus albums before.
Yes.
So I'm guessing you see him as a safe pair of hands.
Yeah. Brendan O'Brien he's a good bet.
Yeah.
He has an amazing track record with producing music. He's also a fantastic engineer and a crazy, crazy musician, which is something that a lot of people didn't know about him, but if you're interested in hearing his sort of musical handiwork, you can listen to the Sons of the Sea record. He played all the guitar on it, and the bass and the keyboards. He's actually a wild musician. And do your thing, don't worry about us.
Cool atmosphere.
Yeah. So this was the first time that I got to write songs with Brendan. He produced Incubus for the last 3 records, and he produced so many bands that I grew up with. A lot of them were like the bands that made me want to be in a band. And so it was such a wonderful opportunity and real like honor to write a record with someone who's been so influential to me over my life. And, you know, I've been working with him for over 10 years now. He's become a good friend. He's a wonderful guy. I'm so happy that we got to make this record together because I actually really like it. I really like the record.
That's good.
Yeah.
You want to be proud of it.
Yeah, you do.
You don't want to put something out that you're...
Yeah, you know, I've never really put a record out that I wasn't totally comfortable with. The closest thing that you could come to would be an Incubus record called Fungus Among Us that came out after we had started to do really well. It was after our second full length came out. So this was an independent record we did when we were like teenagers. Okay, so a lot of people really liked that record. And I can barely listen to it. Yeah, I felt like I didn't know what I was doing. I felt like we had just started the band. It was like the first songs we wrote. And I know it's fun and the energy's good and everything, but it's one of those records where I'm kind of like, when I hear it, I'm like, it's like looking at, I've used this comparison before, but it's a little bit like seeing old photos of yourself with a bad haircut decision. And you're like, I can't take that back.
The problem with you is so many people have seen that bad haircut, in your opinion.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't hide from it. But therein, I've been presented with the opportunity to be more creatively honest. Yeah. Because I can't hide from it. Like every sort of musical decision I ever made is like out there. Yeah. And I can't present something and be like, yeah, I'm this kind of thing now. Like I can't fake it. It's like my track record, my map is there for everyone to read if they care to. Which actually is quite liberating. It keeps me honest. Yeah. You know?
I don't think you need something to keep you honest though, you
No, I don't think so. I'm a pretty honest dude.
Now, with this album, I don't think you have management or labels or budgets and that sort of thing. So it sounds like a positive thing, but were there times where you actually want people to say, you need this done by so like that? Because you can get a bit lackadaisical about things if you've got no one on your back.
Those things in particular that you mentioned, I've never had a problem with. I love being creatively productive. I love making music. I love making art. It's not only what I want to do, it's what I love to do. And so I'll do it regardless. If someone's breathing down my neck or lording over me. And it was a wonderful experience not having to have budgetary constraints, concerns, timetables, management, label, all of those things free. And I think the record is you can kind of feel that. It's a pop record, but it feels like it's almost like free. It's like it's weird and it's kind of there's so many vocals on it. There's so many ideas sort of squashed into 10 songs.
No restrictions.
And the only place where a record label has been missed is in their sort of reach and the resource that the label provides. And so it just takes everything's gonna take longer
But a slow burn is sometimes good, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
For
so.
longevity, sometimes that's the way to go.
Yeah, I'm accustomed to the slow burn. This is just a slower burn.
Slowest.
Yeah, the slowest burn.
Now, when you work with just one person as opposed to a whole band, do you have times where you're like, this is a bit intense, I need to have 2 days away from you, Brendan, you're driving me nuts, or vice versa?
Right. God, I wish I had like more juicy answers for you. I mean,
He's just a great guy.
he's a great dude, and we've been friends a long time, and we both have a similar work ethic around this. We love to do this, but we also know it's our job.
Yeah.
And so we show up at the studio at a particular hour every day that we're going to be recording, and we usually work, for like 8 or 9 or 10 hours or something, and then go home and go to sleep. And neither of us are into drugs or anything, so it's not like we come to the studio and it takes us 5 hours to get warmed in. It's like we do it. Our only drug, and it has been a very influential drug in this process, is caffeine.
Oh, we were talking about that earlier. They're all coffee drinkers.
Yeah. See, I drink more caffeine when we're making records, because there's something about being locked in a cave with like 2 other men and all kinds of gear and like wires and knobs and stuff, and like caffeine just makes sense.
Yeah.
You're in there and you feel like you're kind of like a mad scientist. And
Just want to be buzzing.
yeah. And so that's it. That's the drug of choice. It's caffeine is to today what I think cocaine was in the 80s, except maybe we're more productive now.
So there's an improvement there. Things are getting better.
Maybe.
Depends how you look at it, I
Yeah,
guess.
true. There are better stories with cocaine days probably, but I don't know.
Now, who did you show the music to? Was there a sounding board that you would go, what do you think of this? Like old band members that you used to work with, or family members, friends?
Right.
Outside influence.
I'm kind of weird like that. I think I played stuff for my girlfriend, and some of which she was really into, some of which she was like not that into, because like, the song wasn't about her or something.
Oh, I see. She's gonna love that.
Wait, you don't like this song? Like, no. What the fuck is that? You know. Brendan was playing it for many of his sort of trusted peers and kind of getting feedback like that. I wasn't really playing it for anybody. I've never really been great like that, where we'll make music. I'm much more comfortable showing art to people, and I don't do it sort of to get a reaction. I just go, here, I made something, here. I hand it over and then run away. I'm also the person that can't really be in the room when someone's listening to something new that we've made for the first time. It drives me crazy.
Is that a confidence issue?
Probably, but I think that there's something to that. There's an expectation you're putting on somebody hearing something for the first time by going, I'll play you something.
Yeah.
Do you feel it?
I've been in that position.
Yeah, and I think it's weird. And so I'm like, what I'll do is I'll like, here, take this if you care, and put it in your car later and listen to this. And then you don't have to like be part of their decision. Like, yeah, good job, bro.
You can see right through it as well. When
And there have been occasions when I've music has been playing and I come into the room and someone's hearing it for the first time, and I'll stay because that thing didn't occur. It wasn't like I made them listen to it, now tell me what you think.
Yeah.
It was like it's playing, and then those are the most interesting occasions because therein lies an opportunity to for a brief moment hear the music through somebody else.
Yeah.
And you can tell, you can just get a sense of what they're experiencing based on like their sort of body language and what their eyes are doing, and you know what I mean? Like there are certain things like that.
Natural reactions.
Not me going.
Yes, I don't even like that.
I know, it's weird,
Yeah. So do you generally, if you get a vibe of what they're thinking, will you then immediately go, they must be right, I'm going to change it? Or do you think, well, that's one opinion, but I'm still, set my way?
Yeah. I have really sort of very distinct, once the ideas surface and I voice them and put them down, they've already gone through a minefield of criticisms and doubt and any number of horrible things. These poor little songs, they go through hell. It's like the landscape of an adolescent person's face just pocked with like pimples and insecurity and stress and
Yeah.
hormones and all these things, and they make it out the other side sometimes, and they turn into a relatively functioning young adult that
And
can
others-
converse with other people.
Yeah. And then there are sweaty and puffy ones.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
Don't make the album.
We keep them in the basement.
Yeah. In the basement. Harsh.
Chained to the wall. Just throw them the occasional piece of bread.
Yeah.
Now, are you up for doing some doodles? Are you a good doodler?
Yeah.